Too many people quit too early. And we give ourselves the options and the parachutes and things like relationships and work, self-help. And we pull at something when we could still be flying. Even though maybe rocky flight, we pull it early. And okay, it's a safe move. Got down to the ground. What I was building didn't last. But most of the time, it could if you'd have hung in there. But if you have any ambition, resistance is gonna come. And so own that.
Matthew.
Offer comes in comedy. I read it and I said, no thank you. Come back with a $12 million offer. No thanks. $14.5 million offer. I said, let me read that again. Ultimately said no. I just wrote myself a one-way ticket out of Hollywood. But 20 months after offers came in, would those have come if I'd have never stepped out? No. Now, number 4, if you do this, you're most likely gonna have some success in life, family, or you're majorly sick. And I said, I'm not signing that. I'll give you a handshake on it, man, because I'm going over there for the year. I'm not pulling the parachute. And I remember that handshake. And I remember what my dad told me about what happens when two men shake a hand. That you don't need a contract, that is the contract. And I had a certain honor with that. There was no way I was coming home. If I'd have come home, I'd have felt like I did my dad wrong. So while I'm over in Australia going inside out, imploding, I start to find a little power in the fact that, oh man, the harder this gets, the greater the reward there's gonna be on the other side once I get out of here. Because it was non-negotiable, I was staying the year. So I never gave my mind the chance to go, well, you could go home. That was never on my proverbial mental table as a choice. Become more than intellectually important or more than something I don't need to put it on my fridge to remind me. It has become important in relationships. It has become important in work. It has become important in self-help. It has become important for my own spirituality. It's become important for me as a father, as a husband. Relationship-wise, don't half-ass it. What's that's turned into me is another sort of theory I have, and I call it own, don't rent. Going with an owner's mindset into relationships. Most relationships that we make, hire an assistant or girlfriend, boyfriend, most of them don't last the whole life. But I believe that if you go into those with the idea that I want it to be a lifer, if this works out, hopefully this is forever. Usually they don't end up being that. But the owner's mentality will give you you and that person the dignity and the power to go, we can be everything we can be in this relationship. And if it doesn't work out, we say it didn't work out. But if I'm going with the renter's mentality, I flip it, looking down my nose at, rose up to eye level. And I was like, time to become a man. Walk forward, peripheral vision, get it, own yourself, walk forward with more courage, and start becoming the man you want to be instead of acting like it and putting it off.
Be less impressed and more involved.
More involved, yeah.
What did you mean by that? And where did that come from?
It came from, we grew up hardcore on gratitude. I'm a very thankful guy. And being thankful and having gratitude is very important. But you can't stop there. Because too much just, I'm so happy to be here. You're so impressed to be here. Thank you for having me, which we should have. But if you live only there, we can't be present and be involved in whatever we're doing and do it as well as we want to do it. You got to go, no, thank you for letting me be here, and I'm supposed to be here. Now let's go.